had attended previously, actually I started in high school in a post-secondary enrollment program at another community college in the area, and I had a great experience there, but I was ready for something different to finish up my associates, and Lakeland was the best choice that I could have made. It was a friend of mine, two friends of mine, talked to me about Lakeland. One was a current student, and she told me about the weekend college program and how amazing it was, how her experience had been so phenomenal to that point. I looked into it and I came out and talked to some folks, and it was like, wow, this sounds like it's great for me. And then I realized it was less than 10 minutes from home, and you guys had just opened the Houghton University, which housed a lot of the weekend college program or classes. And it was really a no-brainer for me. Very thorough, very organized. You can find things quickly. The professors are phenomenal. The classes are interactive. They're, some of them are small, some of them are large. I wanted the on-campus experience. I got that. I felt like, hey, yeah, I started college immediately after high school and I didn't finish, but I wanted to come back, and I wanted to come back in a similar capacity. So I wanted to be on site. I wanted the full experience. I didn't want to take online classes. Not that I didn't take any online classes in the time I was here, but I wanted to have the classroom experience, and it was a great experience. And I think that's what helps too. Lakeland has the types of professors that ease you, right? And they make you feel like, hey, yeah, it's going to be challenging. You're going to have to do work, but you can do it. And he provided me the comfort that I needed to step back into the role of a student. And it was having that first class, and I remember it so vividly. I remember exactly where I was. It was over in the T building. I think it was room 142. I mean, it's like to have that type of memory. You just know the experience was that amazing. You might not have it all mapped out after high school. You just might not. But if you're exposed to many different opportunities, and you listen, and you have your keen of the ear, you keep your ears open. And my grandmother used to say, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, use them in that capacity. So listen more. And I listened a lot, and I found that this is something that I do well at. I do okay initially, and then I started to do better, and then it's like, hey, I'm actually pretty darn good at this role. And it's propelled me for the past 10 years. It's just been an amazing ride. As a project manager, obviously I'm an extreme extrovert, right? I love people. So project managers are a little bit different. Typically, they're more extrovert, they're more social. They really tap into the interpersonal part of the job. So as a project manager, it's really important to it's interesting because we talk about communication, and communication is critical in this role because you have to communicate status. You need to be able to communicate with your teams. I think it is critical, but it's not my top 3. I think it's like number 4. As a project manager, I think that it's critical to be keen of ear. So it's what I mentioned earlier, listening a lot. We aren't necessarily technicians ourselves, right? So we don't necessarily know how to code an application or set up a network, for example. We know a lot about it through osmosis, and when I got into project management, that's what one of the network managers told me. You'll learn by osmosis, and you do, but you're still not that technician, so you have to be keen of ear. You also have to understand people. It's critical that you get to a personal level with people, because that's what's going to drive them to complete the work for the project. That's going to be highly, highly important. So it's those things that are important for a project manager. But people who thrive, they're detail-oriented. They think outside the box. So they're not, and I hate to use that common cliche, but it's really that they're going to dig a little bit deeper to make sure that they're designing and that they're solving the right problem for the organization. All roles in technology and in the business is centered around making sure that our business works. So in my opinion, a person that is fit for IT or a business role, they focus on what are we trying to do as a part of this business? What is our strategic goals? We have to think that way. So if we're just doing a project and we're just saying, hey, go off and do this, but we're not thinking, how does this align to our organizational goals? And none of us are successful. So we have to challenge why we're doing things, if it makes sense. If we get it and we know how it aligns to our strategy as an organization, absolutely, let's go for it. But that's going to be the type of person that we want in a technology role, just like any other role. But yeah, so it's a mix. It's a mixed bag of people.